Hello, good viewers. You are hello, welcome. Let's see how we are going to solve this problem here. I have 1 over x all to power 2 minus 1 over x all to power 3 equals 80. So what's the value of x? So now if you are just watching my video for the first time, consider subscribing today so that you'll be notified anytime we upload a new content. Hit on the bell icon to be notified anytime you upload new content, right? So now from here I have this. So now we are going to let 1 over x be y. So if 1 over x is y, so it means anywhere I see 1 over x from this equation, I'm going to replace it. 1 over x all squared minus 1 over x cubed equals 80. So now from here I'm going to be having y squared minus I have y cube equals what? Equals 80. So now from there, what do you think I'm going to do here? So what I'm going to do here is that I will try to write this, because I have y to power 2 here, I have y to power 3 here. So now let me write this 50 or 80 in this form. You have y to power 2 minus y to power 3 equals. Now this 80 can be splitted as 16 plus 64. So that I'm going to express the two of them in terms of power 2 and power 3. So that's what I'm going to have. So I'm going to be using y squared minus y to power 3. Let me transpose these two to this left hand side. I'm going to be having minus 16 minus 64 equals 0. Right, so now from there, so what I'm going to do next is, so now I can see that y squared minus y to power 3, I can write this as 4 to power 2 and 64 also in 4 to power 3, then equals 0. So now from there, so what's the next thing we're going to do? So now I'm going to collect the like terms, so taking the terms with the same powers, and I'll try to collect them together. So now from there, I'm going to be having y squared minus 4 squared minus I have y to power 3, then plus 4 to power 3, understood, then equals 0. So now having that, so the reason why I have plus here is that I just factorize minus 1 out. Okay, that is minus, I factorize minus because we have minus y to power 3, then minus 4 to power 3, so we don't have this. So now from there, we're going to have this, because this can be written in if you try to put the parentheses here, this is different of 2 square from this that said a square minus b square equals a minus b, then a plus b, right? That is different of 2 squares. So now from there, so we have that. So I'm going to rewrite this in this form. So this is going to be y, right, minus 4, then y plus 4, okay, then minus here y to power 3 plus 4 to power 3 equals 0. So look at this one here. This also can be splitted as, let's say you have a to power 3 minus b to power 3. So this is going to be a, but we have plus a plus b, okay, into bracket a squared, right, minus ab plus b squared. So now according to this, so a is going to be my y and b is going to be my 4. That is, b will be y, a will be y, and b will be 4. Okay, so now from there, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to have y minus 4, y plus 4 minus, I have what? I have this place to be y plus 4, then to bracket, I have y squared minus 4y, then I have what? I have plus 16, because the 4 is b, which is 4 squared will give us 16. Are you following? So now from there, so we can see that I have y plus 4 here, y plus 4 here common, okay, y plus 4 is common. So from there, what do you think I'm going to have? You can see that I'm going to have y plus 4, taking out y plus 4 outside, that is factorizing. So I'm going to be having y minus 4 here, then this is going to be minus y squared minus 4y, then plus 16, right? So now we move further. So we can see we are having equal 0 here, we have equal 0 here. So now from there, so we have y plus 4, then y minus 4, open the bracket, I have y squared plus 4y, then minus 16 equals 0, right? So from there, the next thing you have y plus 4, then y plus this, we are going to be having 5y, and here we are going to have minus y squared. So now we're going to be having this plus this, we're going to be having 5y, right? Then minus 4 minus this, I'm going to be having minus 20, then I have minus y squared equals 0. So therefore, you can see that this can be either y plus 4 equals 0 or 5y minus 20 minus y squared equals 0. Are you following? So we have y plus 4 equals 0. Then we have what? 5y minus 20 minus y squared equals 0. So we can rewrite this equation to be in a standard form of a quadratic equation by sending all of this to the right hand side, or multiplying this by minus 1, that is minus 1, 5y minus 20 minus y squared, then minus 1 times 0. Okay, so you can see that it's going to give us minus 1 times this, we're going to be having y squared minus 5y, then plus 20, we are going to have 0. So now from there, so I want us to solve this further, okay, to see whether we're going to have real root or not. Okay, so now, because we are interested in finding the value of y when it is real. Okay, so going to look at the discriminant. Discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So now the b is the coefficient of y. We're going to be having minus 5. Okay, minus 5 all squared minus 4 times a is the coefficient of y squared, which is 1. Then c is what? Is 20. Okay, so from there we're going to be having this, going to be 25 minus, then 4 times this, we're going to have minus 80. So our discriminant to be what? To be 25 minus 80, give me minus 55. So therefore it shows that the discriminant is what? The discriminant here is negative. When the discriminant is what? Is negative, is less than what? Is less than 0. So which shows that we are going to have what? We're going to have complex what? Complex roots. So therefore we don't need the complex root, so we need the roots that are real. So therefore let's go to this place. Okay, so now having that, so we can see that we have y to be equals minus 4, transposing 4 to the other side. Now we need to recall that from the beginning we've already said y to be, from the beginning we said y to be 1 over x here. Okay, so therefore if y is 1 over x, so what are you going to have? You're going to have y equals 1 over x. What is my y? I have y to be minus 4, so therefore 1 over x is going to be minus 4. That if you try to write this one as over 1, it doesn't change anything, right? So now taking the reciprocal, take the reciprocal, okay, the reciprocal of both sides. So taking the reciprocal of both sides of this equation, we're going to have x over 1 equals minus 1 over 4. So x over 1 is the same thing as x. We have x equals minus 1 over 4. So we have our main solution to be minus 1 over 4. Okay, so now if you want to see whether you are right or not, so we need to check. Okay, check it and see. You see that you're going to have the equation satisfied. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.